What's going on, guys? Welcome back. What we're going to be doing now is getting the cowl area cleaned up. We're going to get it in an epoxy primer and then a single stage urethane underhood paint. So we're going to get that all done today. We just got to get the rest of the shop situated for that. So let's get going. All right, what we're gonna do next, we are going to get this sanded down. I'm not gonna do a bunch of bodywork prep on this. It's really just gonna be get a nice even coat on it. So we're gonna sand it down with 220 just so that it will accept the primer. And then we're gonna be using an epoxy primer from Eastwood. It's a 2-part system. Yeah, we'll get this sprayed on there. I'm not worried about if I sand through to bare metal at any point. This is a direct to metal sealer, and then after that we'll let that dry. We'll hit that with 320 maybe, and then we'll hit it with the urethane paint. So let's get sanding. All right, so it's time to mix up the primer. Like I said, it's a 2-part system. We've got our epoxy, direct to metal. Take a look at that. And then we have our activator. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. And when I did the underside of the cab, I made up 16 ounces and I used 10. So thinking about size, this needs 2 coats. I think what I'm gonna do is just mix up 8 to start. So 4 of this, 4 of this. We'll get that mixed up and we will start shooting it. Oh, oh! Just spread the second coat. All right, next is paint. So what we're going to use is this single stage urethane. This is their underhood black. I didn't wear gloves. Anyway, I didn't have any. But, so this is the single stage. It's like a 20 to 25% sheen, so it'll be nice and satin. Typically, when you order this, you can order it with their activator. Theirs was back ordered like 6 weeks and I didn't want to wait, so I ordered this from Summit. It was like 16 bucks, so not bad at all. and it's actually quite a bit more than what you get when you order that for the same price, that activator. So the way we're gonna mix this up is 3-to-1. I'm gonna make 16 ounces, so 3 will be 12 ounces of paint, and then 4 ounces of activator. Then we'll get this sprayed. Needs 3 medium coats, 10-minute flash time in between, and off we go. All right, just getting back down here. It's been about an hour and a half since I shot the last coat, and it's looking pretty good, real even. It does have like a texture to it, which I'm not sure is part of the paint or my gun. I would anticipate it was likely my gun, because it tends to do this, but it's really uniform texture. At least it looks pretty cool. I'd be really pissed if this was like I painted the whole truck like that. But it's got kind of like a wrinkle look to it, which I wasn't really going for, but it'll work. So we'll see what it looks like when it completely dries. It's still tacky, but I would imagine it's going to look pretty close to this. But I'm not mad about it. I'm going to get this masking off. Call it a night. All right, well, I'm going to call it a night. Tomorrow is a big day because we're going to get this thing back on the frame for the first time in a very long time. So it's a big day, monumental. I still need to do the paint on the rockers, but I can do that when it's on the frame. But other than that, the cab is pretty much done. So exciting. See you guys tomorrow. What is going on, guys? Today, beautiful day. We've been spoiled all weekend. Super nice. So we're gonna get this truck, we're gonna get the frame moved down to the shop. We're gonna leave the bed up here in the garage, and we're gonna get the cab right back on the frame. So gotta move a few things around and we'll get going. So for you, those of you who are newer to the channel who haven't even seen this yet, because you started with some of the cab stuff that I've been on. It was a long to short bed conversion, LS swap 5.3 4L60E, long tube headers, and Black Widow mufflers. That's going to be right under the cab. We got 20-inch by 9.5 Black Rhino Malas all the way around, 275 35 20s, lowered 5.5 inches in the front on drop spindles and springs, and then 7 inches in the back on 5-inch drop springs and 2-inch drop blocks. So that cab that you've been seeing will be sitting right there. I'm gonna keep that color, and the back of the cab is also gonna stay that color. Why? It's kind of a fun little novelty. But eventually down the road, when everything gets painted, repainted, then we'll cover that. But as of right now, it's kind of my little, it's my thing. I like it. All right, guys, this is a really big moment for me. 14 months ago, I pulled this cab off and started working on it. Now, it's not completely done, but it's pretty damn close to done. We've got a lot of things to button up in terms of the motor, transmission, shift linkage, throttle cable, I mean, everything from that perspective. But now it can continue to start going back together. So, like I said, this is huge. Yeah, next we're gonna rip out pretty much all the wiring and get going from that. And we'll hopefully get this thing running as quickly as we can. So anyway, thanks guys for watching. If you've watched from when I pulled this off until now and you've seen all of this with me, that's awesome. Thank you for sticking with me. Like I said, 14 months, just over a year. I'm just really excited right now. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.